Good morning and welcome back to another Barjacks video. My name is Dylan and today we're gonna be fishing massive cargo ships for some of Florida's most prized fish, Mahi, Tuna, and Wahoo. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So we have just made it to the inlet. We're gonna make about a 7-mile run south now towards Fort Lauderdale where those giant cargo ships are. So we're gonna start running and we'll see you guys in Fort Lauderdale. We have just made it to Fort Lauderdale and today, sadly, there's only one cargo ship in the port. So we're gonna have to be smart here. So we're starting in about 70 feet of water. We got a spoon going out. We're gonna try to get a kingfish or a Spanish mackerel. See what's biting today because recently the trolling has been slow. So going out first in the spread, we got the Seaweed, pink and white. And today we're changing it up. On the other side, we're gonna have a small little silver spoon going out. So I'm just gonna toss this out here and we're gonna start trolling. So we're fishing with these planers today, and if you guys watch the shorts, you know we use a planer in almost every single video, and there's a reason why. They're extremely effective and they help you target those kingfish, wahoo, blackfin tuna, and mahi. And all this thing does is it takes your bait a lot deeper. It just doesn't cruise on top of the water, and I'm gonna show you guys how this works. So we're just gonna go on, clip it onto our swivels up here, right here. And once it's all clipped up, we're gonna drop it out there, and then this planer is just gonna set and go about 50 feet deep. And that's how you really catch those wahoo. If you didn't have one of these, it would be extremely hard to catch any wahoo or kingfish. Now we are on the other side of the boat, and like I told you, we got this spoon going out. And these drone spoons, Clark spoons, whatever, they're extremely effective when you're fishing out here for those kingfish and Spanish mackerel. And recently that's what's been biting. So we're gonna throw one of these behind the spread, make sure it's all set, nice and rigged. And we're fishing with 40-pound tests today. And recently I found out that fishing with this lighter pound test works a lot better than 60 to 70 like we normally run. And we have not had any cutoffs. So we're just gonna drop it back there and do the same exact thing as the other side.
The second planer is now out, so we're gonna start trolling around these giant cargo ships and hopefully we can get a bite.
So we're about 10 minutes into trolling, and today the seaweed is a mess. It's everywhere. The planer just went off here and there was seaweed all over the lure. So we're gonna have to make a move here and we're gonna change up plans. I think we're gonna make a far run offshore in search of some mahi since there's so much seaweed out today. We got the pilchards ready to go, we got some casters ready. So we're gonna change up gears, make the run offshore, and hopefully we can find us some dinner. We're now about 4 miles offshore and we just found our first seaweed patch. So I'm just gonna toss out this pink bucktail jig and see if there's any dolphin in this area. So I'm gonna come up here, make a little, maybe a left toss, and see if there's just anything in this area. Which right now it looks pretty promising, so let's see. Working it nice and fast. Any chasers? Nothing there. We're gonna move on. So that's what we do normally. We'll give it 2-3 casts. If there's nothing chasing, we'll move on. So we're about 3 miles offshore. We're gonna continue our run offshore and hopefully we can find some mahi. About 30 seconds after finding that seaweed patch, we found some floating cooler. So I'm gonna give it another cast. These are usually really good for dolphins. So let's see. Slow down the boat. We're just gonna go far left and just go and see if there's anything in this area. That looks like someone just dropped it. That looks like a brand new one. Doesn't look like it's been sitting there for long enough. Pilchard, big dolphin. Take that one. We got a ton of dolphin around the boat right now, and this was our third seaweed patch. There's a big bull mahi in there. I'm gonna rig up a live pilchard and get him out there right now. Okay, so we got our pilchard rigged up. All right, Austin, where you at? I'm just gonna toss him out there and let him free swim. He's in there. There they come. There we go. All right, there we go. That's a bull too. Got him. There we go, bull dolphin. Put on a show first. Oh, there's a big one behind. Big bull, big bull. Give us a show. First fish of the day and it's a bull mahi. You can't beat that.
So now that we had this massive school of mahi around the boat, my mic decided to stop working, which really sucked. But while I was fighting this mahi in the front of the boat, my brother Hunter was throwing out bonita chunks in the back. And that's honestly what kept these fish fired up.
All right, fish in front of the boat. We're having a little mess here. We cannot get another bait out for some reason, but it happens. We're gonna try to get this fish in the boat here. At least we could come out with one fish. We should have 5 fish in the boat right now, but it's fine.
After 10 minutes of fighting this fish, we were finally able to hit a nice gaff shot and land this beautiful cow dolphin.
First fish of the day, bull mahi. It doesn't get much better than that. Beautiful fish. We're gonna get them on ice and get some more in the water. Let's do it. First fish was a stud dolphin. He's right on the ground right now. And I'm gonna rig up another live pilchard. We're having a mess. This is how it always is. If you guys watch the Bar Jacks videos, you know if it's not a mess, we're not fishing. So we were able to get the bull mahi in the boat by a miracle.
So after all this chaos, I finally was able to toss out another live pilchard. And a few seconds later, we were hooked into another nice size mahi.
Got him. There he is. Got him. Big bull. Gaff me. You run to the front. We got the last bull on. He's rotating right. This is a big one. Big one.
We now were successfully able to land the second big mahi in this school. But at this point, the rest of the school was all schoolies. So we decided to call it a day and make our way home.
We have just finished our day of fishing. We were able to catch 4 mahi today. We caught over 10, but 4 keeper dolphin. And we were able to end on landing one of these giant bull mahis. So we definitely got ourselves some dinner. We hope you guys enjoyed this fishing video, and we'll see you in the next Bar Jacks Family Fishing video.